Top 10 fragrances that immediately remind me of fall. There are certain fragrances where as soon as I smell them, I'm like, oh yeah, this is 100% an autumn fragrance, either because they're spicy or they're woodsy or they're slightly sweet or they have cinnamon or there's just something about them. Maybe the performance on them is very good. I'm going to tell you about these 10 fragrances in just a little while, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on these 10 fall fragrances, they're fragrances that immediately remind me of fall. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Now, of course, if you want to sample a lot of these fragrances, I don't think the website has them all, but you can definitely check out scentsplit.com. They have a fantastic array and selection of different designer and niche fragrances. This way, you don't have to commit to spending hundreds of dollars on a fragrance. You can sample it first, see if it resonates with your personal tastes, how it gels with your skin chemistry. If you like it, then you can go ahead and buy a full bottle. But I've been using ScentSplit for so many years now, and it's really a foolproof way to sample fragrances, get to know a fragrance before buying it. Now we have Redolessence. This fragrance, and of course, I love this one. I've been wearing it for so many years. It has that sweet, sort of a cinnamon, sugary, maple syrup type of a vibe. I know it's also gotten compared to Michael Jordan Legend, which I also own. This one is a bit smoother, it's very rich, and it has a bit of like a lavender ingredient in there as well. It's so good. This next one by Nila Vermeer Creations is called Treillis. Now, the perfumer behind this one is Bertrand Duchaufour. This is a spicy, resinous fragrance, and it's truly one of the brand's best, probably their best fragrance right behind Bombay Bling, which is a lychee-based fragrance. I truly love that as well. Now, this new one by Initio Parfum Privé, not the newest one, which is Oud for Greatness Neo, but this is Narcotic Delight. I love that sort of creamy, vanillic, tonka bean, Hideon cherry vibe. It is just so sweet and a huge compliment getter as well. I don't know if it's the Hideon. I know this one is also kind of going head to head with Side Effect for a lot of people. A lot of people, myself included, have a hard time selecting their favorite between the two. It's amazing. This one also immediately reminds me of fall. A lot of sesame seed, there's honey, there's this vanillic sweetness. The Embrace by Navitus Parfum, phenomenal gourmand, composed by Sidonie Lancasser. And of course, from the House of Creed, when we're thinking about the autumn, I think about Royal Oud, which can also double as a winter fragrance. I also think about maybe Bois de Portugal or some of these other heavier fragrances, but Original Santal, with that cinnamon that's in here and the sandalwood, 100% a fall fragrance. Another gourmand masterpiece, Italica by Casa Moratti. That and Lira always remind me of the fall. We also have this beautiful designer fragrance, none other than Dolce & Gabbana, the one, but the Eau de Parfum. So this fragrance always puts me in the mindset, the dried fruits, that warm vibe. A lot of people say this is like the designer version of 1270 by Frappant, and I kind of get that. I know what people mean. The next fragrance, which one should I save for the number one spot? I know this one bears some similarities to Rochasman New Harlem by Bond No. 9, composed by Maurice Roussel. I really need to get myself another bottle of this stuff because I'm gonna be sad if this runs out. This is this beautiful sort of sweet, immortelle lavender type of a fragrance, really a masterpiece by Bond No. 9. We also have by BDK Parfum, Rouge Smoking, this sort of cherry liqueur, sweet tobacco scent. It is really arresting and beguiling. And in the number one spot, look, there's just something about this fragrance that always puts me in the mindset of fall. When I think about this brand, there's so many exceptional offerings that can be worn quite comfortably in the autumn months, but there's just something about this one. Whenever I look at it, whenever I think about this bottle, whenever I imagine the scent profile, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the quintessential paragon fall fragrance from the brand. By Parfum de Marly, this one is Owajan. A cinnamon, a warm cinnamon apple pie is basically how people describe this one. Let me know, what are some fragrances that always put you in the mindset of fall? I would love to hear from you. Drop your comment down below. And of course, if you took anything of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe and hitting the bell. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.